is called.
Savages, welcome to another episode of Savage Crucible. I'm here with Ren B1 and Nikki. How's it going, guys?
What's up, everybody?
Doing well. How's everyone doing?
Nice. Look at that. Frankie's in the chat. What's up, everybody?
All right.
Everybody saying hello. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. Hope you guys are ready to chop shop it up here with the figures. We're gonna be doing some cool stuff. So real quick, let me ask you guys, what was the first thing that you guys, rearranged, took apart, I'll give you guys a couple seconds to think about it, and whoever wants to go first, go ahead. I'm gonna look at some of these comments real quick while you're thinking that. Hello, everyone. Hello, everybody saying hi.
I got to say that that intro is starting to hit a little different now that Wave 2 is out. I'm like feeling the energy.
Yeah.
It is. It keeps it fresh. Like,
Now we got to reproduce that with the actual figures and the little like stuff.
yes.
Oh, that'd be killer.
Yes, for sure. So, Ren, what was the
All
first
right.
thing that you kind of...
Nashorn. Nashorn was the first one I popped out, and I
Okay.
put the blood armor from Viteris Raypacks.
Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to see that black and red.
Nice.
So that was the first
Nice.
one I played around
That's
with.
a good combination right there for sure. But let me ask you, because what I kind of meant, like take it back, take it back to like, did you ever do when you were younger anything like take anything apart,
Oh, going all the
change
way
it
back.
up? I know I may not have been too clear on that one, but
No. That's an easy no. You know what?
no.
When I was younger, I did not want to mess up my toys. As a
Man,
matter of fact,
okay.
I remember I had my vintage TMNT Playmates, of course, and my Bebop. His face was a little bit scuffed up, and I was so terribly upset about that.
Mm.
I was I was little, so no, I didn't mess around with my toys when I was young.
Okay. Nikki, what about... I know you got your hands dirty, Nikki, so
I'll answer for Wave 2 first because I was really excited to get
okay.
Wave 2.
Yes,
I've been thinking about
definitely.
it
Let us know that.
for 2 years, but I'll go to childhood also. But Wave 2, the first thing I wanted to make was the Falco character, because it's just so different from anything else that's out there, and I really wanted to see that beautiful armor set on a figure. So he was the first thing I did with Wave 2 as soon as I got it. In childhood, I think my brother and I painted models early on, but the first like actual custom that we did together was a 3 3/4 inch range viper. We thought like he
Ooh.
was the Terminator, and so we added a little bit of silver to his mask. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Very nice. Awesome. I was gonna say the 4-inch GI Joes. The back in the day, I used to always just take the pins out and always used to change them around, rearrange them. So I guess that's my
Nice.
early one. But for me, I haven't really gone with any type of character or anything specific. I was kind of basing, and I'll show them off a little bit later, once we kind of get into this. But I was kind of basing like a barbarian, like a scavenger style barbarian. Again, I love Diablo 2 and the fact that, you go out and like scavenge for your equipment. I kind of picture it like that. So I'm excited to show them off to everybody a little bit later here. But let's see here. We had a couple of people joining in here. Just opened first Savage Crucible a couple hours ago. Blown away.
Nice.
Awesome.
No, let's see. G.I. Joe swapping heads. Yeah, see, a lot of people probably did that back in the day. Yep. All right, guys. So the cool thing is now with Wave 2 is that we've just increased that parts library so much more, and we got so much more stuff to do with these figures. So we got some great pictures we can show off. I have a couple of different things here that I'm also on my desk that, will be fun to show off. Ren, you got anything you want to show us? Anything you've been, kind of kid bashing and stuff? Let me.
Yeah. So I posted this picture in the group.
Okay.
I'm in love with this head sculpt. I need
Yeah.
to give this guy a name. I don't.
Mm.
I need to give him a name, but yeah, I was kind of trying to go for like a samurai-esque. Well, with the pose that I had, I put the little the little hat on him before, but and I added the warrior with ball and chain, the loincloth with the sheath, the chain sheath in the back.
Mm-hmm.
I have the Jaeger um, arm cuffs and the Jaeger boots, which I absolutely love, and obviously the Nashorn buck.
That's actually looking really nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I don't think I noticed the waist armor when you posted the picture, so that's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. I love. Gosh, all the figures really bring something very unique to the table as far as like the part swapping goes. Yeah, it's crazy.
I think Frankie found a name for you here.
Gibraltar. All right, I'll go with that.
All right.
Yeah.
So, I'm sorry, Ren. I don't know if maybe I didn't catch it. What was a little bit of inspiration that went behind that? I know you said you were kind of going for like a samurai look.
Yeah. So I love that samurai look. Actually, I originally had it with this.
Nice.
Yeah, and trying to reveal that bottom part of the face in the picture. So yeah, I've also used that on my shield too because of the cape and that style.
Mm-hmm.
So that was mostly my inspiration, and I love the Nashorn buck. So
Yeah.
it's just that mysterious all black with the bluish hues and all. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And actually, what's funny is seeing that right there with those boots on it. You can definitely pass those off as even like some black pants. It kind of works. So
Yeah.
real nice.
Good
Real
point.
nice. All right, Nikki. I know you got some stuff to show.
I'll show. I'm going to show just a few of like the simple part swaps, and then I want you to show the pictures. I think of the a little bit more involved stuff, but
let me know if you want any picture specifically brought up at any point too.
Yeah, this guy is just a wave
That
one
mask.
set. Yeah, same mask, horns a different way, but yeah, the wave one. I can't remember the name of the pack. Huntsman pack on that Nashorn body. The blue hue of his skin tone, kind of like, or the blue and the cloth armor kind of brings out a little bit the blue hue of his skin tone. And you can see he's got his frost weapon.
Yep.
And then this is my version of Falco. If you look at the artwork of Falco, it's a little bit more complex and involved, but this is basically what I put together. I do like that helmet a lot. So
yeah,
that looks
preferred way to display. He's got his tankard of celebration there. And then
that is a cool accessory. I have it on my guy as well. I love that.
And then I don't want to overuse the mask, of course, but this was, I mean, it's too awesome to not.
It's too cool. Exactly.
It's messing around with. So this is Krieger with some parts swapped out, character pack, weapon, head hook, and wave one belt accessory.
Nice.
That's awesome.
He's like the reaver of my barbarian crew right now.
That axe with those skulls too looks.
That axe.
Well, it's funny because he's wearing a skull mask and he's probably carrying extra skulls to put on his face in case this one breaks.
Yeah, I called this one the Bone Collector, for
Yep.
lack of a better name at the moment.
He's got different skulls in like according to the mood he's feeling. So he just
Yeah.
like if he's happy, it's like smiley face one.
Totally.
That's awesome. Awesome. And yeah, and you've been sending a whole bunch of pig. I mean, there's so much stuff. Something that you've shared with us, but we haven't really seen, and we've kind of seen it recently now that people have getting the figures in their hands and are experimenting and stuff. But you were kind of popping the helmets off. You were taking the helmets off and rearranging them and putting them on the different heads and all that. So
yeah. So one thing that's important to us as a team, Savage Crucible team, is not to show a bunch of combinations and show a bunch of stuff before people get it in hand, and really let people discover that stuff on their own, and unlock some of the secrets of different things. And so it was great timing this week because we were thinking, we're like, is it too soon for this show? We don't want to spoil anything. And then exactly this week, people in the group finally started to unlock that some of those hidden features, if you will. So yeah, why don't you pull up the warrior with the helm swap?
Warrior with helm.
Yeah. So this is, I love warrior with ball and chain figure, of course, but I really wanted a little more expression. And so one thing that is not necessarily like an advertised feature, it's more meant for more advanced customizers who are going to be boiling and what I call chop shop customs, of willing to make some cuts, willing to use little pliers to pop some stuff out and risk damaging their figures. This isn't like a forward facing feature of the line, but all of that, most of the helms, hair pieces, hoods, all of that is compatible for swapping for somebody who's a little bit more experienced. So I do have this guy. Yeah. And you get a really nice, elegant, if you can use the word elegant with barbarian, just a little bit more expression with that body, that perfect.
So when you boil it and it's all nice and hot, are you just peeling it little by little, or what's your process there?
Yeah. So usually with a piece disarticulation like that, I usually do 2 rounds of boiling because it's glued in the factory together, and the glue that they use is really, really strong. And so I'll do 2 rounds of boiling and then use needle nose pliers towards the back end where it's not going to damage the face of the figure, back into the helm, and gently start to pull it apart. And if it's not giving, then it goes back in the boiling water until it's ready. And you will know when it's ready because it will pop right out, but it takes some work and some force. Certain pieces, for example, Human's hair was, out of all of the pieces, the hardest to pull off and not do damage to the face and the head. But it is possible. So yeah, so this is exactly how I have this guy displayed. I got him right here, thanks to...
Let me bring you up.
Yeah.
So, that's so cool.
I just got cool. And Ren sent me some of the wire to get his mace in a more dynamic pose. But yeah, up on the shelf, this guy looks sick. He's got the barbarian rage eyes. So I just thought it was perfect for this figure.
It is a killer combination. It's very fitting for that buck for sure.
Yeah.
And we have a little question here for you, Nikki.
Yes.
Gary said, did you airbrush around the muscles?
No, I actually haven't. This is as is, out of the package, minus the head swap, the helm swap.
Awesome. Let me bring this thing up back here. And I mean, you've done so many here. Let me see. I can bring up, like you said.
Yep.
There's Human's head with the Jaeger's hood right there.
Yep. So if you, for those graphic novel aficionados, there is a scene with Human in a cloak. So you can recreate that if you like.
Nice.
So awesome.
Yeah. And then this is the resultant head from pulling that particular head out of that hood. And you can it'll probably take a little bit of blue tack to get the helm to sit properly. But that
okay.
Mhm.
I was going to ask, is this the head that came in the hood? So
Yes.
awesome. And this one, actually, I really like this one, and we can talk a little bit more about it. But here it is with the hair.
Yep.
How does that fit
It
on
fits
there?
like a glove. It's a
Wow.
perfect fit. And so, Gordon was thinking about ideas, and he's like, "Hey, can you, since you've already had all this stuff popped apart, can you show me this?" So, for those that don't know, Gordon, he does some sculpting. He does all of the package design, a lot of the graphics, all of the he's our MVP for sure.
Oh yeah.
A lot of the lore, stuff like that. So
And I'm trying to find a picture of this guy.
And the nice thing about that particular bearded head is that, it comes in the Viking style helm, and it's great because when you pop it out, it is fully painted. Yeah.
I mean, that is, and that I'm sure that Viking helmet too, it fits on the other heads just as,
Yeah. So it fits on the Human head. I think I did send you pictures of that as well. So all kinds of new part swaps available.
Let me, I'll bring him up here.
Yep.
That looks really good.
Yeah, and I wanted to make kind of like a Northman. And so he's holding the Celtic sword that comes with ray packs. I used a very quick pass with some nail polish remover to remove the blood effects. And careful, you don't want to overuse it because it will just take off all the paint. So be careful.
Right.
But yeah, so what I'm going to do is I will either, if you notice his pants there, I'm either going to paint the lower part of his legs to match the pants, or I might just give him the Krieger boots, which go all the way up to the knee. So I still haven't decided yet.
Okay.
But yeah, that's my Northman. You'll see his belt emblem is switched out with Humans. I'll probably put some silver paints on that and give him like a blue jewel in the middle. But yeah, I just wanted a more, not like historic Viking look, but a fantasy Viking look.
No, that looks really good.
Yeah, it does. Ooh, I like that shield.
Pauldron on.
Yeah, that's the planetary dog shield there. And I painted that shield like 3 years ago in anticipation for these figures.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, these are great.
And I saw some people this week, they actually reversed, I think it was Alejandro, reversed that particular harness. And so that opens up, that will give you an accessory peg that's normally on the back on the front. And he hung the war horn off of that, and that looked really cool. Yeah,
we actually have a couple of things to show from Alejandro. He's been doing some cool mixes there. So let's see. I got a couple of things here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that helmet is really cool. I've used that the other day for the first time.
That looks really good.
Run around to it, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to duplicate that. And that Human leg armor he repainted, that looks great in silver.
I was gonna say, yeah.
I need to ask him where he got that soft goods from. That looks really. Oh, the horn on his chest is epic.
The soft goods, I think. I forgot the guy's name. I'll ask in the group, but I think it's same one that did like these. He did like little tunics and stuff.
Oh, okay.
I gotta find out who that was. We'll post about it. But yeah, these are. And look at the back of this too.
He touched up the horns on the back, right?
And painted it red because that's originally blue.
Oh yes, that's right.
And then he has Jaeger's ammo pouch on the back, which looks really cool. And one thing to note is that wolf emblem on the pouch is also removable. So right now we don't have any official parts to swap that with, but if you wanted to do a custom part or later down the line, we might have different emblems to swap that out with.
Oh, here he is. Got the soft goods from Zach Williams.
Okay, all right.
Check him out, guys, if you're interested in that.
Yeah.
That's really good stuff.
Zach, you may have to do another round of these.
And here's there's a blue one too, like this. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's that. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Nikki. There's that harness that you were talking about backwards.
That's right. Yep. And I like having some of the accessories like right up front, like that whip and the
Mm-hmm.
war horn. Super
Oh,
cool.
I may have to change up my harness now. Yeah, this
Yeah.
opens up a lot of possibilities.
And what was I going to say? It's interesting because when we first, wave one, their character packs were like, anticipating a lot of part change outs and customs from people, but really like wave one was the realm of the photographers. We're just like blown away by all this photography, not a lot of customs, not a lot of part change outs. But now that wave two's out, we're seeing this explosion of part change outs, which is really, really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's honestly, you're so right, Nikki, to bring that up, because it truly was like picturesque with wave one. Everybody's just snapping pics away, and now there's a little more kid bashing, or people are mixing it up and all that. So this is awesome to see. I wonder what the next thing is. I wonder when we're gonna get into like maybe people using a little more 3D parts and stuff. So
Yeah.
which I do have some to show you guys off here. So let's see. Ish asks, am I gonna be at GalaxyCon? Is that in Raleigh, if I'm not mistaken? And let me know when that is. Try and see if I can make some time for it. Moving along here, let's see. We also have some cool stuff from Doug to show. Again,
Oh yes, I like
this is
that.
killer. So he took the forearm from the Lemurians and painted it gold, and then with that little bracelet too. That looks killer. That looks really good.
Yep, some Lemurian leather armor there.
Mm-hmm.
Love it. And
yeah, that I like a lot.
And if you notice, he took
the mask,
skull fists, yeah,
yes.
and he turned into a mask. That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Doug's been doing some. He's actually even with Wave One, he was doing a good amount of custom stuff. So it was good to see. Here we have the that bearded head in the hood. That looks excellent as well too.
Yep.
July 24th, 27th. I don't know if I'll be able to go. We'll see. Maybe. Here's some more of your stuff, Nikki. Here's
Falco, yeah.
Falco with that awesome sword, that rune sword. That's awesome. We got.
Oh yeah.
That's an MAFC head right there.
Yeah. So I've seen a few people playing around with old Alejandro and Doug in particular with old MAFC, like really early on barbarian stuff that was released, and it fits great. So I had some extra painted up heads already. So I was like, what does this look like? I'll check it out. And again, those Viteris Raypax weapons go perfect with Wave 2. So
yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I use those weapons a lot. That it's like a Nordic sword, not the Celtic one, the other one.
Yeah.
That one fits into Nashorn's sheath like butter. It's so good.
I did discover that the other day.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Again, there's the Huntsman
really
pack.
like
You were
that
showing that earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I might have to recreate that on my shelf.
Yep. There is the Who-Man screaming head with that helmet.
Yep, Falco's helm. And that helm is designed to fit over that Falco ball head in the pack. So again, when you take humans or the bearded guys, if you pop that apart, you'll probably have to get a little bit of blue tack to get that helm to sit properly.
To sit on there. Nice.
Yeah.
Yep. We got a Nick.
Nice.
Yep, there it is on the body. If anybody was wondering what that looks like on the body there. And that's the pictures we have. But what I want to really get into right now is something Ren has been working diligently hard at, and it's awesome. I think it's awesome. It's a great breakdown for people. He did like a checklist for all the different parts that came with Wave 1, Wave 2 for the accessory pack. So Ren, give us a little bit of a breakdown here, man.
Yeah. So this effort, I think we started a few months ago, definitely before Wave 2 hit, because I was trying to get the Wave 1 figures out there. And I think the main inspiration behind this was the checklist. Well, a lot of folks are more, I guess, have nostalgia with the checklist from, I guess, GI Joe figures. On how, on the back, and you had a checklist of all the figures. For me, it's mostly the TMNT Playmates, because the Playmates also kind of did it. And as a matter of fact, something that NECA recreated with that was like a whole list of figures, and it just looked nice. So that's something that we wanted to emulate, and to give all our, well, not just the fans that we have now, but even fans that are joining in the line on a daily basis, and they want to kind of see what they're missing, what they missed from Wave 1, and to see what's out there. And with these accessory packs, we wanted to give a quick view for fans to see what it looks like, what those accessory packs bring to the table, bring for the figure. And so that's why I wanted to emphasize the accessory parts and ghost out the, everything else out, but emphasize the parts. And I gotta say, I gotta give credit. Gordon was the one who had that idea in his head on, hey, why, how would this look? So we were able to recreate it, and it turned out nicely. I really like how it looks.
The map
Yeah.
professor, man.
I love the being able to see the accessories on a figure. It that's a game changer, and the whole checklist thing. As a collector, having that finally on the site, I feel like so much more relaxed. I'm like, it's all there. So
Thank you.
Yeah, for anybody that wants to go and check now, like, hey, I don't remember what came with this. What can it's or like the lore too. You might have forgotten or threw away the box. And you want to reread the lore. Let's bring that up real quick. Actually, I want to show this
It's
off.
funny. It's funny you say about the relaxation part, because putting these together, especially like the accessory parts, on trying to figure out like the loadouts, that was a nice relaxing process, and it made me, not that I didn't cherish my toys already, but it just added that one thing of being able to, like, okay, so just trying to figure out what looks better, what's the best combination here, and also kind of keeps a mental note of what else I need to buy, because it seems like I'm gonna have to buy more figures.
yeah, and now I had a hard time. I was super familiar with the parts on Wave 1, and I was having a hard time visualizing the different parts for Wave 2 until I got it in hand. But this will also help like reinforce that like learning, that library learning, I guess you could call it.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, these are really good, Run. Truly outstanding.
And I really like how so if you click on one of the characters still.
Yeah, anyone in specific you want, or
just any, like Nasorn probably. Yeah. Come on, Nasorn.
Can you see him?
No, it's not coming up.
Is it coming up for you, Stel?
I'm on the site, but it's not. Let me see. Oh, you know what? Because it opens up a different window. Here, let me do this.
Oh, okay.
Let me do this real quick. Stop sharing this one, and we'll share. There we go.
Okay. So you have his bio, and then if you click through the images that Ren put up there, it'll give you any associated cards that are either that character itself or part swap customs, or even any artifact weapons or accessories that character comes with. So you get like a really nice picture of what's available. It ties in the cards as well, which I really like.
Yeah, really nice touch on that one. Let's see. Let's open up one of the accessories because that one looks really good.
Yeah, trying to configure all the parts in a nice square was, I think that was the most challenging thing of this whole process, is laying them out in a very presentable way and also making it a square. That didn't think that would be that hard, but
But yeah, I like all the poses he chose.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. All kinds of different stuff.
Sign language
Yeah.
and some
Yeah.
more cards too. This is great because this, putting this with the accessory packs is killer.
Yeah. So now, as you are starting to visualize customs or even, pulling together a D&D campaign, you have the cards,
Mhm.
associated cards. We didn't put the back of the cards because we actually want to, give value to the people that do collect the cards that actually have the 5e D&D stats on the back. So if you're pulling together a campaign, you have an idea of what's available. See some cool artwork that Rubus did on those cards, which is amazing. If you want some kind of out of the box custom ideas, all of those cards are based on basically part swaps that you can do within the line. So if you want some custom ideas, you can go there as well. And of course, the parts library.
And also, it will help you keep track of what you're missing, because I've
Yep.
used it quite a few times in my trade messages. Trying to pull it up now, it's much easier.
I can't wait for Death Dealer and all of the rest. Elric will be up there too.
Yes.
For now, we'll settle for this picture here with
Yes, Mr. Post.
Mr. Poe.
So, Ren, what's the next thing that you're going to add to the checklist?
So a lot of fans have been clamoring for this, and we had it on the plans, on the books to put it up. Yes, those special weapons that you've gotten in your blind bags, they will be making it to the site. So worry not. Each and every one of them will be on there. So that's in the works for sure.
Yes, I
And
need that extra fire sword.
I think there's going to be a nice surprise for when you do put them up
Yes.
on the site.
Yes.
It's going to be a little bit more depth to those weapons.
Yes. You're definitely going to feel more connection to the weapons, I think.
Exactly.
Yep.
It's going to be good. It's going to be
We try
good.
to make it fun. We try to make it, just
Yes.
really just keep on building on that lore and world building.
Yes. Something that I forgot to mention, I did bring back the historical cartography, so it's under the lore drop down as well. It's right under.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. So if you bring it up,
Very
it's there. So you'll see every single map that was that's out there. Yep.
Cool.
Yeah. And those things, man, those are works of art in and of themselves. I want to get those framed on the wall, like just beautiful, beautiful artwork.
I love that living island. I forget what the name is of it, but that it's just like a living island that's out in the sea or something. Oh my god, this is we got a petition for a play set of that.
Seth Tomlinson is the
Yes.
artist that did those. Yeah. Yes. And you actually have an episode, a live episode.
We do have an episode in detail.
Yeah, pretty early on. I think it's like episode 4 or something.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if you're interested in learning that process, definitely check out that episode.
That's awesome. The weapons are definitely cool. Thank you guys. So let's show off some more pop and some stuff that I have here that I got some 3D parts that I want to show off because I think they look great with the figures. This one is one that I had. I didn't even really plan on using this with the Wave 2 stuff, but I'll show it off here. Here, let me bring this up. So this was from Brian Burke. He had done this head. It was like a barbarian head.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
So it really, it kind of went really well. I kind of had it just, in a drawer. So I pulled it out and I'm like, okay, that looks pretty good with it.
Sweet.
But some AFC, I have random heads just kind of laying around from MAFC. So,
Oh yeah.
This is from Lee. Lee had
Yep.
sculpted this. So this was actually a really fun head that I really liked from back in the day. I have this one's from Kevin. This one, I feel like this head never got a lot of love. But
Oh. You know who did a great job? Not with the damaged version of that head, but there was a less caricature version of that head, and Noah Pratt really painted that well and did a lot of photography with that particular head, and yeah, it made it really stand out for me. Anything's posable, Noah Pratt.
Anything's posable. That's right. This is actually really cool. This was actually one of the first heads I painted.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, I have that head.
Yeah, these skull heads that they had done were awesome. And this is really cool. So I'll put, that. Let me see if I can pop it on. The bald head.
Yep. Oh.
Oh, wow.
That is sick.
So that fits like right on there with that. So
I dig that.
You can kind of.
That's really nice.
See the eyes through there,
Yes.
If anyone's still holding some MAFC parts, I think the stock on those just went up.
Yeah, right. Fields too, like accessories and stuff.
Oh, sweet. Yeah. I think I have one thing to show. Let me go see if I can find it. I'll be right back.
Yeah, definitely.
Dang, now I'm running MAFC back.
I really liked some of the stuff, and it goes really well, I think, with some of the barbarian stuff. And something else I really haven't seen much. Oh, look who it is. We got Matt O'Toole in the comments. What's up, Matt?
Matt.
How you doing, somebody buddy? Right above is like dwarves. Did I hit dwarves? And then Matt enters the chat. That's hilarious. Let me see. Can I ask, are there any plans to make blank bodies? Who knows? There's always anything is possible. Oh, we got somebody giving you a shout out there, Aaron. You were super cool. Solocon. Thanks for being so nice. Did he try to lure you in his van too, or?
Whoa! Phil, always a pleasure.
But yeah, something I haven't seen a lot of really done is like some repaint of the weapons from the accessory packs.
Okay.
So I kind of wanted to redo some of the weapons.
Oh, that looks really good.
Give them a little bit of a green hue. Just redid.
That looks really good, man.
A few of them.
Yeah.
So that's even with a little paint, you can get the weapons to totally, pop in a whole different type of way. So
yeah,
it'll be cool to see people kind of getting on there and painting things, and so it's all about having fun,
Yeah. I tell you, I've been busy with the website, but after this nice little break of no figures, I'll be getting back into my painting routine. There's a lot to do.
Nice.
Yeah, so this is
oh yeah, let me bring this up.
I can't remember if Lee sculpted this.
I think that was Lee that did that head. Yeah,
so nice.
Oh man, that's killer.
Yeah, I need to get some blue tack to get it to sit a little there, but you get the idea.
That looks great.
Yeah, I dig that guy.
Man, I wish I had that head.
Yeah, I had it for like 3 years painted and just waiting for the right figure to put it on. Because I knew I was waiting at some point for like a whole Viking group. And so the Savage Crucible figures are perfect for that.
Yes, truly. Let's see. Just need bucket of I just need a bucket of parts. Yep. Now we got to start a petition. We need more Jaeger pants. That's what we need.
Hashtag more Jaeger pants.
Hashtag more Jaeger pants. You got Matt on the comments. Very nice, Nikki. I want to show off this barbarian that that I was talking about earlier. So this is like my Scavenger barb.
Oh,
So what I did is, again, took that loin piece and flipped it around. So there's the front originally,
hmm.
and that way you can port any type of the belt pieces on there.
Oh,
So did that, put the sheath on their Jaegers, and then I passed the cape. The cape is just on its pauldron, so I pass it through the pauldron so it can come forward and drape on the one side, but it just sits on the one side like Boba Fett style.
nice.
So, you know, and I was just kind of going for that whole, you know, he's putting his gear together as he's going along, not fully geared up. The
Yep.
Krieger boots with the Jaeger pants and the Jaeger shoes boots, like the bottom part.
Oh, that's a nice combo.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, that is like a killer combination. I just love how that looks.
The details on the Jaeger pants are amazing. I cannot stop staring
Yeah.
at that.
Whoa, too much. No. I'm just
I
playing.
think he's staring at like the knee.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh man. And then again, a little bit of a custom and repaint on. It's funny because Nikki's like, yeah, just take a little bit of nail polish remover to it. I'm like, I guess that's easier than having to repaint the whole thing. But I clipped those like prongs that are at the end, and then just did a whole repaint on it. So
Okay.
and
Yeah,
I
that
just
was great.
right in a Jaeger sheath right there. So
Yeah, I feel like Viteris Raypax it's kind of like a gold mine of stuff. You got some really sick armor. It goes well on other characters. Ren put it on Nashorn, and then I think he also put it on the albino, and that looked sick. I have mine. Let me grab them really quick. I have mine set up on the Royal Guard. So
Yeah, let me get my albino.
yeah.
Everybody grab your Nashorns.
That's Raypax armor on the Royal Guard, who is now hard to find. I think I saw one go for like $230 on eBay this week. Totally insane. But what else was I gonna say? Oh, Raypax, like you get a treasure trove of weapons plus the blind bag weapon plus the cards. So it's just like a really good kind of builder pack if you're looking for just extra gear and blind bag stuff.
We got Tyler. He says, "I love the cutlass. The cutlass is very awesome and very unique as as a weapon, and it just goes to show you, how the Crucible kind of works. We're kind of getting into not so, Iron Age weapons and all that, So, oh, hold on, Bren. Let me bring you up here.
Sweet.
Yeah.
The white and red is just, I love it.
Yeah, that and with that, with the belt that he comes with, that looks great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I took my Royal Guard and put the shield's armor, basically the shield, but in Royal Guard color. So I got like my yin and yang going on. Like,
oh, sweet.
Yeah, I just want to show. There's that sword I was talking about.
Nice.
It's right in there. And again, that's another repainted blade.
I really like that blade. Yeah.
Oh my god, I love this sword.
Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe Matt would know, but I believe that is a historic Viking sword.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Early because of so good. I'm in love with these weapons. Weapons and sheaths. I'm like, oh, give me it.
Yeah. I already want more and like different sheaths already, even though there's like a ton already in the line. I want a bunch of unique stuff. I think Como's sword fits in one of the sheaths as well. Maybe.
Yeah, who was it? Somebody posted about that.
I think Doug did.
That was Doug again. Yep. Yes, that's definitely Viking for that sword. Yep. Yeah. Gary. Let's see. He says, I guess I need to buy that royal guard for 60.
Yeah, if somebody's offering it for 60,
That's not bad, actually.
better snag it up.
I've been checking some of those eBay prices. It's shot up.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And you know, like obviously we can't control that, and we feel bad,
Right.
especially we feel bad especially if we know something's available from a retailer or even our website, and somebody puts on eBay and somebody buys it not knowing. So that's a shame.
Yeah.
But
Which, talking about sales and website.
Yes.
ah,
Funny how that came about.
So a lot of folks have been clamoring about Wave 2 and in stock sale. So if you haven't heard, because I have seen the news floating around in a few posts, August 1st, we'll be having an in-stock sale of Wave 2. Very limited, but it will be on our website.
Whoop.
yeah.
There
And
you go,
like
guys.
fair warning, again, repeat, very low stock. We're not going to
Yes.
announce a time because we don't want
Nope.
people crashing the site.
You have to allow me to put my orders in first, and then I can open the doors for all you guys. for
B1
whatever
needs to
it's
continue to be B1. But yeah, I mean, fair warning, like if you do have an opportunity to buy it now at retail price, either from a retailer still, because I get a million messages a day, oh, they're sold out everywhere, but people only will check like BBTS. There's still a bunch of small retailers advertising stock all the time in our group. So we have a retailer list on the website. Be sure to, if you really are hunting for it, check with those smaller retailers, because they'll ship it to you. It's not just about the big boys with what they offer, because most of them are already sold out. So if you do have an opportunity to get it from retail, and you know that's like a secure purchase for you, you don't have to worry about clamoring with a bunch of other people. I would say do it, because again, it's going to be low stock, and we know things are probably going to sell out pretty quickly, and people are going to get upset. So fair warning.
Matt said
Yes.
me too.
Yes. Let's see. We got, oh my man.
We got quite a few
rolling
comments
in.
here.
Let's see. When is the next show you guys are doing? That's in October.
Chicago.
Chicago, that's right.
Yep.
Let's see. Matt after me for the order. First strike, gotta buy extra bodies. Yep. I need blind bag daggers. Yep, everybody's just saying about getting on that sale. Bella Books. So there, Doug's on here. She's sending Bella Books in. Has both waves available. When will what question is this? Let's see. When will the stand packs be going up?
Pretty soon. Yeah.
Yep. Very soon. Those. That's an exciting thing too coming up, which I can't wait for that stuff.
Oh yeah.
Talk about the photography, being awesome. Just like that's gonna take it to the next level, I feel too. So. Yeah.
So for those that don't know what we're talking about, I think the most pictures have come out of when you guys were at Joe Fest of this modular dio piece and stand. It has areas to put your figures on, but there's also little accessories like rats and skulls and other things that you can put on those pegs or put in those holes if you don't have a figure there. It comes with a really cool pile of skulls we've had at show tables for a couple of years now, and everybody always asks, is that for sale? And so yes, it's finally going to be for sale, and you can put swords like in the pile of skulls. It has a set of chains, so you can display your figure, chained like that if you want. So it also comes with the Komodo dragon articulated, which Rob showed off on your last show, I think. Yep.
Yeah, that thing is sick.
Anything else I'm forgetting that it comes with?
No, we have some concept artwork in the back of the second graphic novel that I believe that that podium thing is supposed to port into the bases as well. So there's some stuff there. Yep. Matt is in the comments. He can tell you about that. He drew that out, so that was pretty sweet. I think you got the majority of it. Yep, Komodo dragon you mentioned. So
okay.
Yeah, that thing is gonna be sick. And so it comes with 4, pieces that are the base, like the platform, you could say. and you can rearrange those whichever way you want. You don't even have to use all four. So the
And
big rock is on
with all
there.
the
Mhm.
chains. Yeah.
Chains, yep, the chains, the shackles. The
Yeah.
shackles are probably
Shackles.
my
Yeah.
favorite.
All my figures are gonna be shackled down, and that
Mhm.
sounds pretty bad, but yeah.
um, let's see. We got people saying, "Host your own con, Savage Crucible Con." Anything is possible, like I said. Yeah. Cool, man. Yeah. So be on the lookout for that stuff. Those bases are definitely on their way. You'll be hearing about those pretty soon. Anything in closing, guys? I mean, I know we got, we're at the 50-minute mark. We're not quite at an hour, but we can leave it open to see if anybody's gonna say anything or ask any last minute questions. But anything you guys want to plug? Anything going on? Anything you're working on that's exciting?
I would say one of the challenges I'm having now is that normally, pre-Savage Crucible, I would be, anytime a new wave of figures would come in, I'd be like just going crazy with customs and everything. But right now, one of the challenges is painting stuff and painting character ideas. But now I can no longer show it because it might become part of the line. So
Yeah.
working on a lot of stuff, guys. I just can't show
And
it.
we get to enjoy all that.
Yeah. So
Yep.
there is stuff in the works. I just can't post it like I used to.
Mhm.
But yeah, if you have questions about what cons we're going to be at, it's all on the website.
Yep.
Retailer
Yeah,
list.
keep an eye out on that website.
Yeah,
As I
lots of
said,
changes.
yeah, things are gonna be going up. Not just the checklist items. Just keep an eye week in, week out.
And I keep seeing Tyler asking about matching skin tones. And again, that's not something that we put paint formulas out for, just because we may or may not be using different paints than what's available to customizers and hobbyists. So, we're really going to have to bounce that one back to the community.
Mhm.
That we did as customizers for other figure lines, we would, crack paint formulas and put them out there and make videos about it. But now that we're, Tim and I are working on the line, it's not something that we're going to be putting out. So we're really going to have to bounce that back to the customizers to crack that code and put it out to
Yeah.
the community.
And like you said, Nikki, it's not something that you can be like, oh, it's Citadel XYZ.
Exactly.
It's something that you definitely will have to put a formula together yourself. And if you do match something really good, write it down, because there's been so many times, Nikki
Yep.
can tell you too, where you come up with a paint formula and it works so good, and then you're like, oh shoot, like what did I use?
Yep. And yes, Alex, females are definitely in the works and on the way for the line. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got a lot of stuff coming. A lot of stuff
And
coming.
a lot of stuff coming this year, and going to be fast and furious with some things. So.
Yeah.
Oh man. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something probably unimportant because I don't remember. Nikki, please bring us a chameleon Lemurian.
I will see what I can do.
Totally understandable on it. Our show price is better than the same. It's the same,
It's about the same.
Yeah, it's the same.
Except Joe
Tac-
Fest was retail prices, because we were at that weird state of not all pre-order customers had theirs in hand yet. We put a survey into the group to see, hey, are you guys cool with? We're going to be at this big show. Are you cool with us offering that Wave 2, even though
Right.
not all pre-order customers have received it? And the answer was a resounding yes, which was
Mhm.
really great from the Savage Crucible.
Yeah, big thanks to
Yeah,
the fans there
The community
for
came through on that one. That was so amazing to see. Like,
Yeah.
that was
anybody that was at Joe Fest and scored a figure, definitely send out a thank you to the community on the Facebook group.
Yeah,
you made
definitely.
it happen. We're very grateful for that. So
Yeah, and if
and I
you
remember-
are
Oh,
if you are a Kickstarter backer, we've received a lot of comments and DMs about how great Wave 2 is and that they're really enjoying it. If you're a Kickstarter backer, please leave those comments on the Kickstarter. That would be great.
You are quite the handsome fellow there, Matt. I'm actually sad I don't have a big cutout of you that I can have in the room here. Me and my wife can look at it every time we wake up in the morning. But Ren, I was going to say, I was talking to Ren about this, and one of the hardest part about me, taking figures apart and changing them is that I really like how they are, to begin. Like it's hard to, because I didn't get it with the intention of being like, oh my god, I got like all these character ideas that I want to throw together. Even though I was gonna do that originally, now I'm like looking, I'm like, oh, I really just like, I'm enjoying it so much how it is already. That's probably gonna last like another like 2-3 weeks, and then it's like, oh my god, I gotta change it up again. So
Exactly. And guys, like if we're having this much fun with the figures, we really hope you're having as much fun as we are, because we are genuinely enjoying these figures.
yeah, we are enjoying people posting their blind bags, their cards, anything that they do. Photography, of course, we've been talking about it. It's been a real joy and pleasure to see people enjoying and having fun with these things.
The trades, man, that's been
The
crazy.
trades.
I've actually been trading with a couple of the fans out in the community, and it's amazing just to see how everyone's kind of coming together and completing their collection with those trades. So that's really awesome to see.
Yeah, and I actually need to post some trades too, because I'm on the hunt for mainly the like blue and green weapons to complete the set, and I'm still missing a couple cards. So
yeah, actually, this is a good plug because I don't think we've ever done this. Anybody that is looking maybe for specific parts or is looking to possibly get some figures, the Buy Trade Sell group that is on Facebook is a great first source to look at. If you can't find something retail, or maybe you're trying to find something that's a little closer to where you are at. You never know. You might score something there that helps you out with your collection. So definitely give it a follow and go and see if you can find something there if you're looking for it. So.
And that the official buy sell trade group for Savage Crucible is run by the same team, us, that's the official Savage Crucible group as well. So
and good camaraderie in there so far. We've
so far so good.
Yeah. So it's trustworthy, we want to say, so give it a shot.
Yeah.
Let's see here. BJ. Wave 2 is absolutely awesome. So praise for the quality, gradual improvements. Appreciate it, guys. Appreciate it. I don't know what it is about, these barbarians. Like everybody just loves barbarians,
Apparently, I was actually Wave 2. I ordered the least amount of when I backed the Kickstarter because I was like, well, 1 or 2 barbarians on the shelf is okay. I was really skeptical if I was going to like it or not. And Krieger was like my least favorite figure of the bunch.
Yep.
And after I got them in hand, I ordered more, and Krieger is like my favorite figure. He's just so well done. So
he is. I'm with you, Nikki. He was not, like top 3, and I'm like, oh my god, he's so amazing. Like once you got him in hand, it's awesome.
Jaeger was in the least for me, but that changed me completely. Those pants are so good.
Pants.
I'm here talking about pants.
Space pants.
And Alberto, not yes, he's railroading us into 2 blind bags per figure, but no.
Yeah. Right.
What I will say about the blind bags in the future is that the assortment will shift in an awesome direction. Eventually, not right away.
Converting people one day at a time. Oh, Matt,
wait for the
dwarves.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, one of the biggest collection that I still have from my MAFC stuff is Matt's dwarf heads, because I can't bring myself to get rid of that. There's so much, there's so much character in each head that he's done, and I love them. Yep. So
I have a full, a lot of people now are using those those wooden thread spool racks that have like
yes.
I think it's like 30 or 40 slots. I have one hanging in my closet that is all Mayfek dwarves, just painted up, ready to go.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm gonna
ready to go.
That happens.
Wave 2 equals glorious. Ready for the dwarves, Matt, Guillermo? Of course, you're ready for the dwarves, G. Oh man, so awesome, guys. Yeah, truly having a fun time. And it's great to see you guys having a fun time. So we just hit the hour mark, guys. So if you're good with it, we'll call it a night. Guys, everybody that joined in and watched us live, thank you so much. We always appreciate you guys' support. Hit that like button. Those that are new, subscribe to the channel. This is the best way to keep up with news and updates on things coming out, how things are progressing. This is the best way to get those news. So definitely subscribe. Nikki, thank you so much for being on. Ren, B1, again, thank you.
Thank you.
You guys are great. And we'll catch everybody on the next one.
All right. Good night, guys.
Good night, fellas.